Ladies and gentlemen, there's very few moments when I like to run victory laps, but I got to tell you, last night felt incredible. Do you have any idea of what the adrenaline rush is when I see like 50% of the Baltimore children population in my live chat, clown emojis pointing at me, 40-25. I even saw Richie's eyeball emoji in my live chat last night when Derrick Henry took it to the house, 40-25. And like Thanos snapping half of the world out of existence, everybody disappeared, my friend. The Buffalo Bills, my friends. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time looking at this schedule, seeing them lose a game. All right. Last night, I think Josh Allen ended up completely destroying the narratives, including one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life of Josh Allen's a game manager. I can just hear Glenn's phone call right now. Hey, Dan, have you ever heard that a team that's down by 16 points with 4 minutes left to go in week one doesn't lose a Super Bowl? I'm excited to hear your obscure, crazy-ass take, my friend. I'm excited about that because as far as I know, that wasn't a damn game manager. I saw Josh Allen go out there and flirt with 400 yards. Absolutely hush all the doubters. I think we know that he deserved the MVP after last night's game. We had a damn 42-year-old kicker.
What is this, 2 minutes in?
We had a 42-year-old kicker kicking on a high school field 2 weeks ago. Unk ended up sending it to the damn moon, and the Buffalo Bills once again end up disappointing the Baltimore Ravens. I feel like we need to talk about their propensity of blowing crazy-ass games, but damn, man, I'm excited to start the show off with that game at least. But first, how's everyone feeling today? TD, what's up?
It's a good day today. It's a beautiful day outside. Thank y'all for tuning in today.
Thank you for tuning in today. Right there is a broken man. A broken man is on the screen. Where's Glenn? Where's Glenn at? Glenn, call it. You better get backstage. You better, oh my God, man. You better talk to me today. You better talk to me today. Richie, how's life?
Life is great, man. I'm excited to talk all NFL ball. I mean, Dan, I know we were going to talk about this game, but I was expecting the victory lap to be on the AFC East Roundtable tonight, but it's all good. We got a big show tonight on the AFC East Roundtable. Just want to remind everybody, the AFC East Roundtable is back on Mondays officially, 7 p.m. EST. You'll see us go deeper into all the AFC East games, but today we got a full slate of NFL Week 1 football to talk about, which is exciting. So let's get into it. Hit the like button. Got to give a big shout out to Teleporting Goalpost for a $50 super chat to kick off today's show. Unbelievable. $50, man. Wow. I'll let you read this one, Dan, since it's a Buffalo Bills one.
We have Teleporting Goalposts coming on in. Bills are the best team in the league. Allen is the best quarterback. He showed that last night in one quarter. Fins stink, as per usual. The Jets may do something this year, going for the two multiple times hurt both Jets and Bills. Let's go win it all, Buffalo. I love the positivity from my boy Teleporting Goalpost and the generosity. $50 goes a long way on this show. But, folks, nowhere near as much as hitting that thumbs up sign because we have a full slate today. Obviously, we're starting off with that Sunday night matchup, which had my blood pressure at unhealthy levels. I literally checked my pulse at 1 a.m. last night, hours after the game concluded. Still ridiculous. Still absolutely ridiculous, man. My God, it was a wild situation. Terrence comes in with a $10 donation. TD, to his new name is Tua Turn the Ball Over. I think that's been his moniker for for quite some time, but that's okay. I do feel like that it's something. Yeah, guys, look, like with Richie was like, Dan, I was waiting for you to save that for the AFC's roundtable later tonight. Richie, have no fear. I have so much more. However, I would like to talk about this game. I really, really would.
Well, we have to, yeah.
It has taken me most of the morning to like really wrap my head around what I witnessed. Like, seriously. I was doing my best last night to remain positive, right? And while it's crazy to think that Buffalo was always kind of in the game, right? Like at most points during the game, like we were, a score behind or a score and a half, but it didn't feel like that, right? Like it felt like Baltimore was doing whatever the hell that they wanted to, especially against our defense. And we could all sit here and thank Josh Allen for having an incredible game, a fourth quarter, actually. But I have to tell you something that I've been needing to see from this defense for a long time that I haven't seen up until last night. Were we getting gashed by Derrick Henry? For sure. Like that guy went nuts. 176, 197 yards on the ground. He was running at will. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. It was borderline frustrating, seeing the same sins of the past. However, one thing that I needed to see from this team was I don't care if you're getting gashed all game. If your team is in there, I need you to make the most of those game-changing type scenarios. And when Buffalo needed to make a play, Buffalo needed to make a play. Ed Oliver on the defensive side of the football, that fumble from Derrick Henry was absolutely insane. That was the momentum shifter. Like you look at the cameras panning over to the Ravens players, they knew in their hearts that that game was done. I'm still shocked that Baltimore didn't go for it on 4th and 3. I really don't. But, I mean, really at the end of the day, and so they punted, and the Buffalo Bills were able to capitalize at the end of the day. Shout out to Keon Coleman for making a crazy touchdown catch. It's wild because for the first time as a Buffalo Bills fan, like for the first time, like we are on the winning side of the game of the year, which is not something that I typically remember. Like last year, the Rams game was first in mind, then 13 seconds, obviously. That Minnesota Vikings game a few years ago, it was an anomaly. It was absolutely crazy. Every single game-changing scenario at the crossroads, the ball just bounced our way. It completely bounced our way, man. Whether or not that it was that catch from Keon Coleman, whether or not that it was our tight end 3, Jackson Hawes, catching that reception 1 yard away, he probably might have had 4 or 5 reps in total with Josh Allen all training camp. Hell of a damn play, ballsy calls all over the place, and the defense stepping up when they needed to. Great win. There's still obviously some things I would like this team to work on, but as far as stepping up when their number was called, when we needed Buffalo to make a play on the defensive side of the football, we did. And credit all over the place. And it feels good to be a winner. It feels damn good to be a winner. Richie, thoughts on this game, man?
Yeah, I mean, I picked the Bills to win this game, and I got to be honest with you, man. I fell asleep, not intentionally. Dan, I went into your chat. I sent the eye emoji, and I was so tired. I mean, you guys know I was at my event yesterday for Jets Media Day, so it was a long day for me. I ate a big dinner. I'm like on my couch just watching this game, and then I passed out on my couch after Keon Coleman's touchdown, thinking the game was over. And I didn't like go to sleep on purpose. I just knocked out. I was so tired. And I woke up early in the morning and my phone was blowing up. My boys were like, that was the best game ever. No way. I'm like, there's no way the Bills won. I go on the app and I see 41-40, and my reaction in the morning, I was like, there's no way, dude. I was waking up in the morning, the entire AFC East is 0-1, baby. Let's do it. But no, the Bills figure out a way to win the game. I go back and watch the last 5 minutes because I had to watch that, man. I was shocked to see the Buffalo Bills did it, but that's what the Bills are about, man. They, like Dan said, they're usually on the other side of the greatest games, but this is what great teams do. They finish, and they capitalize, and Derrick Henry, he didn't fumble. Ed Oliver made a play, and that's the big difference. It's not like Henry choked, and everyone should cancel Derrick Henry. He had a heck of a football game. That dude is literally insane. He's going to be doing that until he's 40 years old, I'm convinced. But the Buffalo Bills, they made plays, and in order to come back the way that the Bills did, there's so many things that need to go in your favor, and there's so many things that you need to execute at a high level. Josh Allen started getting into a flow state. They didn't even get the 2-point conversion to tie the game. And right there, you're like, oh, what a great comeback it could have been. But no, they get the stop on defense. And I'm telling you, if I was the Ravens, I would have went for it in that 4th down, bro. I don't think they should have punted the ball because the Ravens defense have not been good throughout the game. It's 4th and 3, I believe. I trust Lamar Jackson in that offense over their defense stopping Josh Allen, that offense, to get into field goal range. They should have been aggressive, because if they got that first down, the game would have been over. But you got to tip your cap. This is why the Buffalo Bills are, favored to be one of the best teams in the NFL this year, and a game of the year. What a way to kick off the league. But Derrick Henry was a dog. Lamar Jackson and the entire Ravens offense was fantastic. And I really do think those two teams are going to be the top two dogs of the entire AFC conference based off of week number 1. But there are some flaws with the Buffalo Bills defensively that we will talk about, of course, throughout the week. The Bills were not perfect. Their defense is definitely, I know it's the Ravens, who's very dynamic, but there's some questions I have for the Buffalo Bills defense. But shout out to Ed Oliver for making that play.
Yeah. And so I think that we could say the same thing about the Baltimore Ravens defense as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Like 41 points, like going into it with Buffalo is always like on their heels the entire game. And that was largely due to a lot of the game of our wide receivers like not winning in the secondary, them holding our running backs to about 3.3 yards per carry. And they still ended up letting up 41 points. Like, that's something I feel like a lot of us need to discuss as well. TD, thoughts on the game? What do you got?
Well, honestly, I've been dreading this moment. I'm having to break it down. But you know what? This is a moment of humility. And Dan, don't get all excited, but I'm going to give you praise for a second, okay?
Oh, thank you.
You've been saying something all week that you have been right about. I didn't believe in, and you have been right on the money about it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm blown away that you were right about this. The reality is, you said it out of your mouth. You said that week 1 is a lie. Okay.
Oh my God.
Week 1 is a lie, Dan Mitchell. Week 1 is a lie. What changed? What changed? It's not a lie anymore, Dan. It's not a lie anymore. Is that what it is? All right.
I haven't drank since January. I'm going to relapse right now. All right, come on.
Topo Chico, guys, don't you worry.
Topo Chico.
So for the record, that was a joke. Okay. I'm gonna get a
TD, I know you so well. The longer you drag it out, I know it's.
But you're a master of your craft.
That was a joke. That was a joke. Okay, but my real take on the game. I'm gonna be honest. I knew that this would happen Friday night when the Chiefs lost. The refs needed a new home. Okay, they needed a new darling, little baby to take care of. And like clockwork, you missed it, Richie. The fourth quarter, the refs was doing everything to help the Bills stay in the game.
Oh,
it was despicable.
Come on, man.
It was despicable, Richie. They were doing everything. Now, with that being said,
I'm really pissed off I missed it not to.
With that being said, even though they had a little bit of refs help, but the reality is, God, dog, Josh Allen, man, that guy is just. That's why I don't hate him personally, but I hate him. I hate him as a player. And this is why. He's too freaking good. God, man, get him out of my division. Like, the craziest thing is, like, regardless of whether you agree with the whole refereeing at the end of the game or not, Josh Allen got the chance. And when he got the chance, he didn't disappoint. He showed up. He made every single, and some of them, there was a little luck too. The little bounce in the end zone, and Coleman caught it anyway. Like, some crazy stuff was happening too, but that's what happens, man. When you're gamers and you go for it and you're playing, things like that can happen in your favor. And I'm going to tell you now, I knew the moment that that Derrick Henry fumbled, in my soul, I knew Baltimore is up by 15 and they about to lose the game. I knew it right there. You know why? Because everybody want to make it about Derrick Henry. They want to make it about Lamar or what the Ravens didn't do. Harbaugh does this every time he has a lead in the fourth quarter against a good team.
It's big, dude.
Let me tell you the difference. Well, let me tell you the difference. This is the difference between the two Harbaughs. What did the Baltimore Harbaugh try to do? Run the ball because it's been working and run the clock. knowing the defense is going to hone in on nothing but that, which y'all were doing. What did the Harbaugh do with the Chargers? Obvious winning situation. Chiefs trying to make something happen. There were 5 in a row passes on obvious rundowns. Obvious run situations. He put the ball in Herbert's hand to throw the ball. And this is where Harbaugh in Baltimore always makes that mistake. Why don't you spread it out and allow Lamar Jackson to throw the ball, and if it's not there, he gets to run? But you go into a run formation, either hand it off or play action, then run. They're playing the run. He does this every time. But I don't want to say that to take anything away from the Bills. The Bills took it from them. But at the same token, it's time for people to pay attention to the Baltimore Ravens shortcomings in those moments. It's a lot of Harbaugh, his approach to it. Stay aggressive. Allow Lamar Jackson spread out. You don't know what's going to happen to try to secure the game. You wait for it to be 3rd and 12 for you to finally try to throw, and it's obvious then. But, man, I'll just say this, man. What I will really acknowledge with the Buffalo Bills, the way those guys were flying around the field, whether y'all were losing or not, I saw no give up the entire game. Even when Derrick Henry made y'all look like pathetic, like them runs, he embarrassed some of your players, but they weren't giving up when they got embarrassed. They were trying their hardest to catch him, their hardest to get him. And his superstar status was making them look bad. But when you look in the eyes of the Buffalo Bills players, you never saw give up. You never saw lack of fight. Even when the odds were against them, hey, man, you never know. Let's go out here and play hard until we lose, and you end up winning. I saw it in the Buffalo Bills, and I have never saw that in the complete team. I see it in Josh Allen and a few sprinkles. This is the first time I saw it in the complete team. That defense for the Buffalo Bills were straight up outmatched, but they never backed down. They said, you're going to have to embarrass me for me to give up. And that type of play will give you a chance. And I got to praise Buffalo in that regards. They are legitimate AFC contenders for the not Super Bowl. Y'all already know how that go, okay? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But they are legitimate AFC championship game contenders. But there's some other teams that did some things this week too. So, but that was impressive. I was impressed. But week 1, Dula.
Folks, fantastic first game. We have a lot of games we need to discuss. We do have a couple of Patreon callers backstage, though. Folks, if, for example, you would ever like to call in, we treat this like a radio station, so we try to keep it short. We end up answering your question. We end up reacting to your statement. If you are interested, guys, go on ahead and sign up for the Patreon. Link is in the description. Only $10 a month. You get a bonus episode of Fourth and Forever each and every single weekend. Shout out to those of you that watched it on Patreon earlier today. Feel free to go on ahead and sign up and call on in as we let in our first caller. James, big win, brother. Big win, brother.
Big win, which I did not see, but I am calling you up because I have to thank you with all my heart, like I have to, and I now have to thank Richie and TD too. And I'm thanking you because this morning you gave me so much joy. I'm 6 hours ahead of you in a time zone 6 hours ahead of you guys today. So I had to go to bed last night before the game started.
Wow.
I wake up early. There's 10 minutes left in the game. My team's getting blown out. I have no way of watching the game, by the way, here. So I turn on your channel and I watch you watching the game. And, you know, the game's not on the screen. I do not see any of this. I just watch you watching the last 10 minutes of this game when I am quite certain that the Bills are about to lose. And I watch you go through about 80 emotions. And at the end, you are in more rapture than a young parent holding his child in his arms for the first time And it was so joyful and it made me feel so wonderful. And I thank you for that because it was really, really special.
Awesome.
I also want to thank Richie for saying something. I have seen one highlight, and it was of the fumble, which my wife tells me, TD, she knew the Bills were going to win when that happened too. But I saw it and I thought, Henry didn't do anything wrong there. Oliver made a great punch. My wife told me Henry was as good as any running back could be last night. That it was a dominant, completely crushing performance, and the Bills had no answers. But what I saw was a guy on the Bills make an absolutely fantastic play at the best time. So thanks for saying that because I haven't heard anyone else say it. And finally, I do have a short question, which is, man, I got so much pleasure out of watching Dan watch that game. TD, on your channel, by any chance, did you post anything of you watching that game? Because I would watch that in a second.
Yes,
No,
he did.
no,
But as far as the
no,
energy, it's the complete opposite, James. It's TD
I'm
sitting
not
in silence.
shocked by that, but I still think I would enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Go to his channel and look at Buffalo Bills versus Baltimore Ravens live play-by-play reaction. Skip to about the 3-hour, 20-minute mark. That's where it all starts.
Wow, Dan,
Thanks
you
for
know
the
the
call,
time
James. We
stamp,
appreciate
really?
you.
I know it all, dude. Listen, surprisingly enough, man, it's not just me. It's most Bills fans. Like, they tell me all the time. They're like, Dan, like, look, like, I make it a point after every single crazy Bills win or Dolphins loss, I need to go to TD's channel. TD, I'm surprised to this day that, like, you just don't re-upload those moments of your pain.
You should.
Like, that
much
would get, like,
I wanna
I'm
relive
talking
that, man.
200,000 views, bro.
Do you know how it would feel to have to edit Buffalo winning?
But everybody has a price, bro. Like,
don't
you'd probably be able to like send your youngest to like a really good college just after a couple of those videos of a season.
You hire an editor, and they will do the job for you.
Oh my gosh.
You don't got to worry about it. They'll suffer through your pain.
Hey, listen, man. Dude, listen, you are in a beautiful position in life because you get to monetize your joy and your sadness. It's just a lot more sadness, obviously, but I mean, come on, baby, cash out. Cash out.
Long season.
James, thank you for the caller, man. I am glad that so I'm not glad that like you weren't in a position to watch the game, but I'm glad that my stream was at least able to keep you informed. I'm glad you found it entertaining. And my boy James came in and he said that it looked like that I was holding my firstborn child, which is insane. I love it. I mean, I felt that way. I felt that way, man. I was proud. I almost teared up. Anyway, Lascelles backstage.
Well, Dan, real quick, one more thing about that game too. I just wanted to point out from analyzing it. Harbaugh once again made a vital mistake. 33 seconds left in the game. Yeah. You don't call a timeout there. You call a timeout around 18 seconds. Yeah. Because what is Buffalo going to do? Are they going to run a play with 18 seconds and give their kicker 10 seconds to run out and kick it right away, which is bad? Or because y'all didn't have any timeouts.
No, we didn't.
Or are you just going to kick it right there? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was just so absent of all the fundamentals of the game. Like, it was just terrible.
So with everything that could have gone right for the Buffalo Bills went right, and everything that could have gone wrong for the Baltimore Ravens went wrong for the Baltimore Ravens. Like with Jair Alexander, like he shouldn't have tackled Keon Coleman.
That too.
He shouldn't have tackled Keon Coleman. They would have had like a minute and 15 seconds to potentially march down the field and score it again.
Keon,
they were literally running like with ease on that defense all day. And with Jair Alexander, dude, he was getting picked on. So with Josh Allen, like he was just like, yeah, dude, like you're coming off of a knee injury. Like you better prove to me that you're 100%. I'm going to keep targeting you until you don't. Like Palmer was out there cooking him. Keon Coleman was out there cooking him. It was crazy. Lascelles backstage. Lascelles, how you doing?
Doing good. Lost my voice. Doing good.
He was at Jets Media Day yesterday with me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got like a question and then like it's like a question about the roundtable Jets Dolphins, and that's the last question. My first question: what team in Week 1 shocked you? Like surprised you, good or bad? And it can't be your own team. It can't be your own team. And then the second question is, like what I did with Just Media, could I do that for the Roundtable Sports event? Like do a deposit and then send you the rest of the money?
Yeah, we can set that up, Lissel. 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right,
And
just send me a
don't worry,
message.
TD. I didn't say anything about you.
Thank
I'm
you.
waiting for the roundtable.
Right.
I'm waiting for the roundtable. Can't wait.
He's waiting for the roundtable
Waiting
evening.
for
where
the
we end up-
AFC East roundtable tonight, Lissel. Bring the energy tonight, baby.
That's tonight, folks, when we ultimately end up, all right? Like talking all AFC East ball. We will revisit this Buffalo Bills and this Ravens game as well. But team that shocked me, and then like after this, I guess we start talking about some other games. While the team lost, I will say that I did turn out to be correct that the Cleveland-Cincinnati game was going to be close. I like what that Cleveland defense put out on the field. I really, really do. We are talking literally a missed chip shot field goal from the Cleveland Browns being 1-0. I loved what I saw from them. And so I loved what I saw them. I loved what I saw from them defensively. Quality performance. And then, I mean, obviously it's the LA Chargers. It's the LA Chargers out there, man. Like finally beating the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that team's going to be scary. All right, TD, what team shocked you this week?
Instead of a shock and a disappointment, I got two shockers. First shocker, obviously, the Indianapolis Colts. They might be better than people think, or just that bad, but we'll find out.
You're shocked about that? Shocked, you said?
Anyway, Richie, it's my turn to answer.
Sorry.
Okay. And the other team that I'm shocked about are the New York Jets.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that tonight, but I was actually shocked. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot to say about that.
I want to win though, TD. I want to win. I know we'll save
I
it
have
for
a lot
tonight,
to
but
say
I don't want to
about
hear
that.
nothing.
Like, this is like the worst nightmare day for me right now. I mean, anyway, we'll talk about that tonight. But those are the ones, listen.
So the teams that shocked you the most, Rich.
Make sure you guys tune in tonight, guys. If you didn't notice, we are going to save the Dolphins-Colts recap. We're going to save the Jets-Steelers recap and the Patriots and the Raiders recap for tonight's AFC East Roundtable at 7 p.m. EST, just in case you guys are waiting for those recaps. Those will be tonight. But a shocker to me and Dan, I was sweating. I didn't really get to see a lot of the game. But the Broncos and Titans game,
Close game.
the very close game. Bo Nix struggled, and the Titans almost pulled off the upset. So, like, a shocker for me is how bad the Broncos looked. And week one, it's week one, right? But, man, we survived the survival pool. TD's going to have to buy back in because he picked the Dolphins. But
That's why I picked them early, so Richie, because I can buy back in.
oh, we gotta ride with me, man. But yeah, the Broncos they won the game, but that was definitely a shocker. And also how bad the Lions looked. The Packers was a shocker to me.
Forgot about the Lions.
The Packers looked really, really good. And I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but I think the Green Bay Packers, like, everyone's like, oh, the Cowboys won the trade. Like, no one's giving the Packers any love because they traded for Parsons. And I'm sitting there like, what do you mean, bro? They got Michael Parsons now. And if they can figure themselves out offensively, that's the missing piece in my eyes for the Packers. And they, in a divisional game, went out there and dominated, which is not easy to do against a division rival like Detroit.
Some crazy stuff indeed. But let's transition over to the Friday night game. The Kansas City Chiefs fell to the LA Chargers in São Paulo, Brazil. And I got to tell you something, guys. It sounds like Xavier Worthy's shoulder injury is a bit skeptical. I have not heard any updates on the status of said injury.
What a brutal way to start the game, man.
What a brutal way to start the game.
Travis Kelce just...
Especially with Travis Kelce. There's probably Chiefs fans out there being like, why didn't you just retire, Travis? Damn.
Right off in the sunset with Swift. Damn it.
So I will tell you, right? Like last year, I will continue to say this. I'm sure Kansas City will figure it out. But when I look at their schedule, boys, they are playing the Ravens. They are playing the Lions, who I think are going to bounce back. Again, I do think week one is a lie for the most part. I don't think that the Detroit Lions are a kind of team that's going to score 6 points. All right, 6 or 9 points per season. I do think they will recover once they end up figuring it out. And then I want to say they have one more difficult game, but like it's a tough stretch for Kansas City. And with Rashid Rice being out for 6, Xavier Worthy being gone, I don't trust that receiving core. That defense, if Chris Jones doesn't win automatically, they get 0 pass rush. Right outside of Trent McDuffie, like DBs were struggling. And last year, like we said it a lot and people didn't want to believe us, but what Kansas City was able to do last year was very difficult to do historically, was being able to win those crazy games where it seems like that they were counted out. Like last night, what we saw from Buffalo and Baltimore, we saw that virtually every single week from Kansas City last year. Every single week we saw that from Kansas City in some capacity. I don't know. I don't know about this one, but shout out to the Chargers, man. Yo, with Herbert, love what I saw from that young man. He was out there, spreading the ball around. Harbaugh made some ballsy calls. Great win from the LA Chargers. Yeah. I'm a little nervous about the Chiefs, though. TD, thoughts?
I told y'all the Chiefs weren't what people think they are, but here's the deal. They actually didn't play much worse than they did all year last year. It was similar play. This is more about the Chargers being a better team. The Chargers, year 2 with Harbaugh. Year 1, someone could argue they already exceeded expectations. Now they're settling into what the foundation he set. And another thing, everybody kept telling Harbaugh, because of last year, you got such a specimen at quarterback. Why, you run the ball a whole lot when you got an arm like that. Are you going to let him loose? And Harbaugh said in an interview, he was like, oh, yeah, I have that luxury, but, we play team football, but I can let that go anytime or whatever. And you might actually see it a lot more now. Harbaugh put the game on Justin Herbert's shoulder in the 4th quarter. The man had control of the game. All they needed to do was run the clock out. They were running the ball well enough all day. And what did he do? 5 plays in a row. Herbert, play action, back to pass. First down, next play, obvious run situation. Herbert throws for the first 5 times in a row. See, like literally just eating the clock. Putting it on your quarterback to finish it off like Baltimore should have did in that moment. And really put it on who's the MVP or whatever it may be, right? So this is more about Justin Herbert's emergence in the NFL because guess what a lot of people are not going to talk about? Justin Herbert might be a top 5 quarterback this year. Why? He took a Josh Allen approach on Friday night. This man literally, he wasn't looking to run, but when the opportunity was there, you can see he wanted it. It wasn't like, I got to find somebody. Oh, man, let me go get this. I think Justin Herbert, look at how many times he rushed. I think he's coming into this season. Let me add another element to my game that I can do that I rarely do because I rely on my great arm. Let me mix this up like Josh Allen and all of those guys and watch how I carry my team. If you get a running Justin Herbert like he was on Friday, they're going to win 14-plus games. They're going to be at the top, right there with Buffalo, dueling it out for the number 1 seed because they're that good. They obviously good on defense, but you get Justin Herbert running the football like he was and wanting to, I'm going to be honest with you. I think he has a potential to be the best quarterback in the NFL if he's mobile like that on a regular. Barely above Josh Allen, and I'm not saying that to throw shade, like legitimately, because he is a better passer than Josh Allen. I'm not going to argue with people about that. This is a fact. He is a better passer. Josh is the better overall player, period. But if he runs, it's over for the NFL. If he starts to play like Josh Allen, it is over for the NFL.
And so he's big enough and so he can take
And
the
he
hit.
has the size and the body
He's got
type.
the
Yes.
size to do it, but
Can
I mean, let's see
absorb
if Harbaugh-
contact.
Yeah, like let's see what we can do. Richie, thoughts, man? Longtime Chiefs defender, I would say, like always hey, like never count the Chiefs out. But so did you see any red flags on Friday that may make you kind of change your tune a tad on this squad? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I first and foremost want to give flowers to the Chargers because I agree with everything TD said. The one thing that impressed me about the Chargers is you're waiting for them to run. Even Rich Eisen. Whoa, they're passing like every time. Like they're a run-first team stylistically on the surface, but they abandoned that and it worked to perfection because the Chiefs defensively, schematically, are so good at disguising blitzes, sending blitzes all over the place, and they recognized when those blitz were coming, and they took advantage of it with man coverage, and Justin Herbert picked them apart. 34 pass attempts is something that you don't see usually under a Harbaugh type of coaching staff, but I think their approach to it was great. Herbert's ability to pick up the yards with his legs was great, and I really think going to the Chiefs side of things, the Worthy injury definitely messed up the rhythm and the game plan of the offense, but then the Patrick Mahomes-led offense struggled early on. They start getting some, positive energy going to the rest of the game. And listen, I definitely feel like the Chiefs feel very vulnerable right now. And them losing a divisional game early on in the season, they're usually dominant in September. I mean, their record in September under Reed and Mahomes is usually like excellent. And Mahomes definitely wanted some of those throws back earlier on in the game. He started playing really good football in the second half, but that's too late. You got to play better football throughout the entire game like Herbert did. That's why the Chargers won the game. And if you look at the AFC West standings, I mean, they're in the basement right now. It's week 1. You can't look at standings after week 1, but every team in the AFC West won their game besides the Chiefs. The Raiders are 1-0, Chargers 1-0, and the Broncos 1-0 with the Chiefs at 0-1. Now, it's just one game, and then you look at the Chiefs' schedule, it's going to be interesting to see because Xavier Worthy, I think, is what changes the entire outlook of their offense with bringing the speed element. Without that speed element, you don't have all that lethal, threats on the offensive side of the ball. He was supposed to become that next generation version of Tyreek Hill, stretching the defense, being that threat horizontally, vertically, beat you all over the place. Now you don't have that. Hollywood Brown is not a number 1. He's a number 2. Rice is suspended. Travis Kelce, he had that nice little touchdown on the right sideline. That was pure Andy Reid excellence, not Travis Kelce being any threat or anything like that. And their left tackle was awful, Taylor. I mean, he's their second highest cap hit. He was a liability at the left tackle position for the Kansas City Chiefs. So definitely some issues that the Chiefs are going to have to worry about. And yeah, I mean, there's definitely red flags all over the place for the Chiefs, but I'm going to have to see a little bit more from them. They got to go up against the Eagles, which would be an interesting game. But man, the Chargers look legit.
Oh yeah, it was the
man.
Eagles they're playing too. I forgot that they were
Eagles
on
next week.
So
Which
the
is
Eagles,
not a
the
primetime
Ravens-
game, by the way. How
the
are you
Chiefs?
not putting a Super Bowl rematch on primetime?
The Chiefs? Oh, wow. Hey, let's not forget to mention the Chargers supposedly depleted O-line.
I know.
Well, they got depth, too. I mean, Joe Alt.
Paul Dow and all.
Yeah,
Joe
he
Yeah.
was
Alt
transition over to-
goes to left tackle, and you don't see a drop-off. He looked like Rashawn Slater out there.
No. He actually played left tackle in college, and he was reverted to right tackle last year.
Yeah.
So like he's just like a crazy ass athlete. But I just have a feeling that the Chiefs are going to be fine once they trade for Tyreek Hill in a couple of weeks. So
I don't know if y'all saw this today, but just a mystery
Missed
question.
Go
Maybe,
ahead.
yeah, I heard you. I'm ignoring you. We need them in 2 and 2. I'm wondering if maybe y'all saw this. So I don't know if I'm gonna stump y'all here, but do you know which 3 quarterbacks in the NFL had the least amount of pressures this week?
I didn't know.
The
Least
least
amount?
amount of pressure. Yeah.
So it
Tua has to be one of them.
Tua was number 2. Second least amount of pressure. Trevor Lawrence and Kyler Murray. Those 3 guys. Now they won their games, but just remember whenever I told you next year there's going to be a quarterback merry-go-round, and those are going to be the 3 quarterbacks involved. Y'all remember I said that, okay?
Interesting. Let's let him teleporting goalposts, folks. If you want to call into this show or any Roundtable Sports show, feel free to do so. We treat it like a radio station. We keep it short and sweet. Let you say what you got to say, and we react. Teleporting goalposts, what up, dude?
What's up, guys?
Chilling.
So, I thought it was so typical for the Jets in their game when they lose that the casters literally say they want to get out of this moniker of being the same old Jets. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose, and then they lost. How does that happen all the time to you guys? I don't get it. But
I don't know, man.
Dolphins have the curse of the number 17 jersey. You can't beat Josh Allen, JA17. You can't beat Danny Dimes, number 17. What the hell's going on over there? What's going on in Miami?
17 under center, man.
It's just a curse for you guys.
Fields is number 7, so watch out.
Takeaway from this weekend, Jim Harbaugh is better than his brother as a coach, 100%. I think Jim is way better than John. He understands the game of football 100 times better than John, especially when it comes to clock management. Like TD said, clock management, Jim knows what he's doing. John does not. He panics in the last 2 minutes. And then one other thing I was going to say about that Chiefs game, Taft was a defensive monster for the Chargers. He literally made the Chiefs look pathetic on offense. Getting in the face of Patrick Mahomes, I loved when he open hand slapped Kelsey. That was fantastic. Especially because Kelsey initiated the whole argument and pushed Taft first, and then he just reacts, and I'm like, really, you're gonna call a flag on that, but not on pretty boy Kelsey? Okay, whatever. But yeah, that's my takeaway. Best team of the week, obviously, Bills. My opinion, but team that shocked me was the Jets. I was shocked by the Jets. They did really well, and it was the caster curse and the fact that you guys kept on going for 2 extra points instead of just taking the point after.
Well, thanks for the generous super chat earlier, by the way, for the $50 to start off the show, teleporting goalposts. We appreciate that. Thank you for the call as well. And it's really frustrating to hear that the Jets were the shocker of everyone when we lost. Damn it. But it's like, oh my God, because we really would have been the shocker if we just won the game. But yeah, we move.
It's the shock. Shout out to teleporting goalposts.
Thank you, bro. We appreciate it.
Showing a little bit of love. We have Dwayne in the building. Dwayne, what up?
Well. Before I get into our bet, I need to make a statement or two. TD, for starters, it was really good to see your side today. Fun side. It was nice to see you acknowledging Josh Allen. Haven't seen that in Roundtable Sports for a while because you be you, and that's okay.
He finally did something good.
I told you for weeks that Fields would step up and that you have a chance for second place in this division if May didn't step up. I now predict, just based on this week and things change, I now predict, again, that your team will hammer second place. Dan. Well, I'm not going to beat you up too much on the bet because it was a close game.
It was.
You did lose a bet, my friend.
I did.
But I want to tell you something.
Coke.
You had co-hosts laughing at you about that bet, and you and I were both saying that would be a close game. I'll tell you why I picked Cincinnati. There's certain teams like the Bills, Cincinnati, Kansas City, so on, that are just built for dealing with under pressure situations.
Mm-hmm.
That being us knowing it was a close game is why I was so strong with Cincinnati. But I just have a little thing that I want to say to you, Dan.
Uh-huh.
You had 2 call-ins after me, and you were saying, finally, I got 2 callers that know football. So we're going to adjust our bet just a little bit, and you're just going to say 4 words. Dwayne, you know football. Say those 4 words, and we're good.
Dwayne, you know ball. Shout out.
I'm out of here.
Shout out Dwayne, man. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Hey, listen, I'll go ahead and I'll
knows
take
ball,
that.
Man.
He does know ball. Next game, Richie. What are we talking about? What week 1 matchup are we discussing next?
We are going to go to the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. But before we go there, could we give a big shout out to who just put on the screen? My boy Matthew Wilson, who is an
Shout out,
intern
Matthew.
here at Roundtable Sports, who just posted his first video on the Jets Roundtable YouTube channel, giving us the Jets
Awesome.
season predictions, and he brought the energy, brought the juice, man. Go check out Jets Roundtable. My boy Matthew Wilson killing it over there. Keep up the great work over there during the Roundtable Sports internship. But I want to get into the Tennessee Titans versus the Denver Broncos, man. That was a shocker for me, but the Broncos still prevailed. Now, Bo Nix did not look great out there, but the Tennessee Titans kept it close. Is this something where the Broncos won the game, and it's about wins and losses in this league? That's it. But does the Denver Broncos performance against Tennessee make you feel any different about Denver? And also, does Tennessee's performance make you feel better about them maybe not being a bottom feeder? Your thoughts, Dan?
So I got to tell you what, man, for a team that all of us have been praising all offseason on the defensive side of the football, allowing Tennessee to keep it that close, and obviously they did end up holding them to 12 points, so I will give them that. They held Cam Ward to 12 for 28 passes, 112 yards. Tony Pollard, 18 carries for 60.
TD shaking his
For the
head. Why are you
most part,
shaking?
they did their thing.
No, they didn't.
What?
They didn't
What do you
hold
mean,
him to nothing. The Titans receivers held them to what they had.
And the
Denver didn't
Titans
do nothing.
receivers were dropping absolutely everything. You're right on that. And Bo Nix,
Denver
once
was getting
again,
smoked.
1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. I'm going to go on ahead and put this out there. And there's something I feel like a lot of us need to acknowledge. Last year's schedule for the Denver Broncos, they had a losing record to any team that was in the playoffs by a significant margin. Like, they could not beat a team above 500 or a playoff contending team. Obviously, they got the door blown off of them during the wild card round as well. So we're going to have to see what Denver Broncos team truly shows up within these next couple of weeks. We can buy into the week 1's a lie. Maybe they were just knocking a little bit of rust off, but hopefully that narrative doesn't maintain. I'm going to have to see a lot more from Bo Nix. And again, I did call that he was the sophomore slump guy. Sounds like I'm okay. TD, thoughts?
It's week 1. I don't want to make too much of it, but it's not a good start for Denver. Obviously, I want to talk more about Tennessee. Cam Ward has too much arm strength. I truly do believe it. That's the weirdest thing ever. I'm watching him throw the football. He might actually have too much arm strength, legitimately.
Isn't that what Josh Allen had an issue with as a rookie?
No, not like this. Not like this. This is like it. Like, you know, when we talk about a bullet, this one might actually go through your body. Like the way he was zipping the football, like when you look at it on the replay, the guy's not even open. But the way he throws it, I guess he was open. It's like the tightest of throws, but they're just hitting receivers' hands and just boom. And they're getting their hands on him like bloop, but it's going through. But you see how fast the ball gets there. And it's like, you might need to take some heat off of those throws a little bit. But you can't, because then it's not the superior throw anymore. It's a weird thing. It's like almost like, don't throw the ball there because you'll need to get it there too fast, which you can do. But since it's getting there too fast, it makes it a little uncatchable. And I don't want to take onus off of the receivers. They were dropping the pass. But I ain't going to lie. I'm looking at those passes like, I don't know if those are actually easy to catch because they were zipping so hard and fast. It was weird to me. I was just watching him throw the ball. I just felt like the way he throws the ball is like unorthodoxly strong. And I'm not used to that. So the receivers got to get used to it, or they got to find some better pass catchers that got excellent hands. It's that simple. I feel like they could have put up 30 in this game had those guys actually came down with some of those passes.
So let me ask you this, TD. Do you think Cam Ward is going to be able to overcome that or no? Because as a rookie, he doesn't really have a lot of weapons.
I have no clue because I've never evaluated something in such a way. I've never said that a quarterback is throwing the ball too hard. And maybe that's me making an excuse, getting on him and giving the receivers a break. But those balls are coming actually really fast. Like, I mean, not just fast, but hard. I mean, go watch the replays. You'll see what I'm talking about, man. But again, the receivers got to catch it. Obviously, it's on them. They still got, if they touch your hand, you got to catch it. But I don't know. I just feel like those are some tough passes.
Yeah. Man.
And so is an absolute liability out there. Wide receiver 1. Yo, why am I forgetting his name?
Calvin Ridley.
What a bum. What an absolute bum. Mods, do me a favor and get rid of that mouth breather.
I got you.
Right in the chat.
I got you.
Thank you
it's
so
showing
much.
up on YouTube's chat. It's just on our end.
No. It's just on yeah. Okay. And so if you go to middle school with that kid, bully him as much as you can. Okay. Thank you so much. Next game. Let's talk a little bit about the next matchup. Talk to me.
This is a good one.
go.
Oh wait, no, sorry, that's a preview one. No. Yeah.
That's the preview, which we probably need to unpack a little bit.
This was a good game to break down, man. Green Bay. I know
The
Parsons
Lions-
only had 1 sack, but dude,
Go ahead.
that sack.
It was a big one. Dude, he's
That's
so
like
fast.
that's one of the most terrifying sacks I've ever seen. Like seeing a defender like come from behind and just
So
stalking
Goff-
him. It's like a jaguar stalking his prey. You know what I mean?
It felt like
man,
that
was-
you
that was
were.
crazy.
So it felt like you were watching a shark attack, right? Like Goff
Yes,
had
he
no
was-
idea it was
Goff
coming.
had no clue.
He had no idea it was coming. But meanwhile, you have Micah Parsons running seemingly 40 miles
like
an hour
foaming from the mouth, just like
foaming at the damn mouth. At the end of the day, I was trying to scream at the television to warn him. Like I was that concerned.
that was crazy. But Jordan Love, I think that's the story of this game.
Thoughts on the game, Richie? Go ahead and go off on your soapbox.
Yeah, no, I mean, this was a shocker for me because it was a dominant game. And is the narrative around the Detroit Lions is that they're not going to be the same without their coordinators. And you kind of felt that. Where was the creativity on offense? Where was the explosive plays that we grown accustomed to? They locked down Jamison Williams long term as their number 2 weapon next to Amon-Ra St. Brown. They got all these guys. They got all the talent, the personnel. There's no drop-off, but there wasn't that. And was it the Green Bay Packers? Man, this isn't Overreaction Monday, of course, but the Packers look like a threat in the NFC. I mean, they really do. They look complete. And I think that Micah Parsons trade changed the entire energy of this organization, man. And I'm not just saying he won them the game because there were some reps where he got triple teamed and got dominated and he only had 1 sack here. But I think just the overall camaraderie and now the players in that locker room is like, we got Micah Parsons now, bro? Wait a second. I think it leveled up everyone's game, man. And Jordan Love, let's not forget what happened to Jordan Love last year. Jordan Love was a guy that I expected to put up an MVP type of season last year, right? And he didn't. Let's not forget what happened with Jordan Love. He got hurt in week 1. And that deteriorated the entire flow of that offense. Malik Willis goes in, and then luckily Love was not out for the whole season. He comes back. But if Love can do what he did yesterday, just efficiency, man. Absolutely efficiently tearing things up in the pocket, taking shots down the field, picking apart that secondary. Josh Jacobs being the elite running back that he is. I mean, he proved that last year. He reproved it all over again. The Packers were impressive, man. They absolutely were.
And the Green Bay Packers. So I look at this game, and I would like to take this opportunity to let Lions fans know that I do think that you guys are going to be fine. I do think that you return to form. I don't think that Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn being gone or the pain of that, or missing out on those two is going to extend for very long. However, it's basically like taking your elite personnel and giving them an entire new strategy, right? Brand new play callers. It's going to take some adjustments. I think the Lions get right next week, and I think that they still ultimately end up winning the division. Loved what I saw from the Green Bay Packers. I'm not sure that their wide receivers can sustain. I'm not a believer in Jordan Love long term. I'm still actually honing in on the fact that I see Green Bay finishing last in the division. I am not walking that back. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm
What
not
did
walking
they
that
do
back.
to you? This is crazy.
Nothing.
We
I
also
have no
gotta
beef.
see-
I have no beef. Listen, I have
Tonight's
no
game's gonna
skin
be
in the
big.
game, and so I have no skin in the game when it comes into this division whatsoever. Right? I have no rooting interest at all. I just don't think what Green Bay is building is sustainable. Go ahead, TD. Yeah, I don't.
Dan, you done bumped your head, bro.
What?
You done bumped your head or something.
Look, I have no negative feelings. I have no skin in the game at all for the NFC North. I'm just telling you how I feel.
But you had them
game.
finishing last.
Yeah, that's
And then
last.
Okay, listen.
If not them,
game,
who?
We about to find out
we
tonight.
gotta see. Yeah, we gotta see.
We will
tonight
find out
first.
tonight.
No.
won't we?
A matter of fact, we might have already found out, Dan. I'm gonna go a complete opposite of you. Okay, I think the Detroit Lions are gonna end up last in this division. I think they're gonna go from where they were and absolutely fall smack dab on their face this year. And here's why. First of all, they couldn't run the ball. They got Michael Parsons in Green Bay, which hurts them in run defense. But they must have felt they had riches at the position. That's why they sent your boy to Dallas to help them. Because the Lions rushed for 44 yards, 46 yards.
That was bad.
22 carries, Dan, 2.1 yards per carry.
Yep.
They can't even run the football. Their offensive line may not be as good as people think anymore. And on top of that, Green Bay forced Jared Goff. Now here's the story of the game. Jared Goff had like a 78% completion percentage. Did you know that? He threw the ball very efficient, but it was only like 5 yards per throw because they forced him to dink and dunk. Why? Because he had to get rid of the ball fast because that pass rush, that new and improved pass rush in Green Bay. And they still got there sometimes. So that was the game plan, and it absolutely stifled the Lions. They had to take everything underneath, and that's why they were in trouble all night. You know the Lions are used to the intermediate, deep down the field, and just having fun, like the ball going everywhere. Jared Goff spreading it around for 15, 20, 25. Man, they shut all that down. Why? Because the pass rush isn't going to allow it to develop. They had the pass rush on lock, and that's why Jared Goff had to dink and dunk for majority of the game. So I think the Lions got a problem there if teams follow that same blueprint. I see Green Bay. Green Bay got a chance to be number one, but I got to see this game tonight first. I got to see the game tonight to determine that. But Lions are in the basement right now.
Lions are in the basement, man. Dude, week one's all about overreactions on this show, ladies and gents. Richie,
yeah, Buffalo.
And any further thoughts before we let in the next Patreon caller?
No, man. I think that tonight's gonna really give me, and I just want to give a huge shout out. You know what I want to do? Make sure you guys go tune into the NFC North Roundtable because they are on one. Do you know how many views their preview video got?
We got 20. We got 20,000.
No.
30. 40?
Really?
40,000?
Wait. Let me double check the updated numbers because I know it's north of 30, but I don't. I want to see where it's at now. Oh my God, 38.9 thousand views. That is a record on this network by far. Okay, let me just show you guys something. I mean, shout out to these boys right here. 38.9 thousand views on a video, and this was them previewing week number one. Guys, if you did not know, this network has a division throughout the whole network, and this week we are going to have a division-wide, network-wide recap to every single game throughout the division, and the NFC North Roundtable is absolutely going crazy right now. So make sure you guys go check them out. And the cool thing about this crew is they are the first division that we expanded to, and I think this is the best division of football. We'll see tonight. We haven't seen half the division, but that's definitely something. And before we also go into the next caller, I do want to give a big shout out to one of the proud sponsors of Roundtable Sports Network, which is Sleeper. And if you guys cashed out this weekend, you guys probably did.
I did.
Dan Mitchell did. Look at that.
Lamar did me in, man.
Oh,
Look
man.
at that.
Dan took Burrow over. Oh, it was 0.5
yards passing yards. I knew that bum was at least good for that. I knew that bum was at least good for that. All right.
Well,
No, I'm
if
just
you
kidding.
guys want to check out Sleeper, the link is at the top of the description, folks, and we'll put it in the chat right now for you guys to go check out Sleeper. You guys can get a 100% deposit match up to $100 by using our code RTS. All right. Terms and conditions apply. There is a lot of fun opportunities for you guys to make some cash over there on the Sleeper app. Make sure you guys go check it out. The proud sponsor of this network all throughout the season. Much love over to our friends at Sleeper for sponsoring this show and all the shows to come throughout the entire network. All right. Big shout out to them. TD, you win any money? You said Lamar screwed you? What he needed to do?
He got me, bro. He needed 25 more yards passing.
Passing.
Well, the link right now is in the chat, folks. So go
Should tell
download
Josh
it and
Allen.
use the code RTS to make sure, because when you use our code, you get your deposit matched, which means they literally give you free money. All right. So shout out to them. Terms and conditions, of course, apply. Link right now is pinned at the top of the chat. Let's get into some Patreon callers because we appreciate that. We got Amir up next. What's going on,
Amir, what up, man?
What's good, my guys?
Hey, man, living the dream. How are you?
I'm doing great. I can't complain. Richie, TD, how y'all doing, man? Y'all my boys. Y'all remember me?
Yeah, I do remember you, Amir.
Yes,
How you
sir,
doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. TD, I know you're sick to your stomach. Dan, I don't believe in a lot of your takes, but we were right on the same page with Danny Dimes. I said
Yes,
it all
sir.
week to all my friends. I told them, all my friends, I'm the gambling guru. I said, put all your hard-earned money on Danny Dimes. Easiest
sir.
bet of the week. Them and the Packers, that's where we go left. Dan, I don't know how the hell you think they're finishing last place. That is another statement for another day. But the Packers and the Colts, freest bets of the week.
All right.
But
Fair
I'm
enough.
a Chiefs guy, so me and Dan, we're gonna have our own combos. I had to get the Patreon stuff. I didn't know that this was how it was. Otherwise, I'd have been doing this since y'all started. I've been watching from the very beginning. But now I know it's like this. Y'all gonna be seeing me much more often. Richie, you need to check the email. You told me to send you my stuff. I sent you my stuff. So
Oh,
you check that email.
I got you, Amir.
Yeah.
You sent
But
it over?
Other than that, I hope everybody good. TD, I'm sorry for you. Tua will be out there soon enough, buddy.
Yeah, he dropped out. You replaced TD. You're
I
turning
know.
down now.
Tua is Tua is going to hold them back forever. Everything TD has ever said about the Dolphins, if you're a Dolphins fan and you don't agree with TD, you're delusional. As
true.
simple as that.
It's beautiful,
That's what I've
dude.
been
It's
saying.
Danny Dimes. Hey, listen, right before that Sunday night game last night, Mr. Danny Dimes was hands down in the lead for the MVP conversation. I can
What?
tell you that.
Literally, Danny
He was.
Dimes was special.
He
I'm
was,
watching the
dude.
game with my friend who was a Giants fan. We're watching the games. Computers are set, and I'm literally, because I had a ridiculous amount of money on the Colts. But
Oh.
I'm literally watching the game, and I'm like, yo, Danny Dimes is special. This is crazy. Like, I'm like, all bias and money aside, he's making these guys look like shit. It's crazy.
Well, Amir,
Dude.
we're happy to have you as a Patreon caller. Resend me the email so I can see it. I get my emails are flooded, so I may have fell underneath. Resend it to me, my man.
That. I believe your email.
Resend it to me. I'll get back to you. We appreciate you, man. Can't wait to have you throughout the whole year on the Patreon caller. Shout out to Amir, man. Good to have him back.
Shout out to Amir. It's been a minute since we talked to our boy, man. That's always a great thing. Flicks. What about Flicks? What's Flicks got to say?
Where's TD go?
He said he had a dip at 2, so me and you are going to be rocking with it. Flicks
Oh,
came in and he was out. Lino's here, though. Lino, what up, dude?
What's going on? I'm glad that boy TD dipped out, boy. Cause you know what? I'm gonna save the smoke for him later. I hope he have a.
Yeah. He'll be on. Yeah, he'll be on the AFC East Roundtable. Don't worry. I
Good.
went super easy on him now, but wait until later.
Good. I want him to bring his inhaler, you know what I mean, asthma pump and all that. I'm going to give him all the smoke. But yeah, I was gonna say though also, Dan, I don't know what you're smoking, man, but Green Bay definitely is not finishing last. I know you want to stick to your guns because that's literally you that type of guy. I'm gonna just stick to my guns, and you know I'm gonna just say it's fine. No, I'm gonna stick my nuts in the ground. No, you can take your nuts out the ground and say it's okay. You know what I mean? Like Green Bay is definitely a better team. Chicago is not that team, man. I know you want to raise them up, but Chicago is not that team. But Richie, man, I almost wanted to donate some money to you yesterday, man. Tell you your team, they didn't do too bad. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do too bad, but I feel like I wanted to ask you though, is that the type of like thing you wanted to see from your team, like during the season, even though they lost, you still want to see some fight in them. Yeah, I mean, keep the games interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it more tonight, but like the biggest thing is Justin Fields looked. That's the one thing, the biggest takeaway all Jets fans looking at. If we get that version of him throughout the season, it's gonna be a fun year. But there's a lot of things that needs to get cleaned up if we really want to have any confidence of being competitive in December, which is discipline stuff late in the fourth quarter, not turning the ball over. Those things caught up to us, and which is why we lost. So definitely, not a good feeling right now if you're a Jets fan, because it feels like it's that game slipped through our fingers. But we'll get deeper into it tonight about my deep thoughts about the Jets, Lino. Appreciate you asking that.
Definitely, man. Tell y'all gonna have the what is that? The Glenn's quarterback situation going on tonight too.
I don't know. Glenn's not sponsoring that this year.
Yeah, where's
okay,
Glenn?
okay.
Yeah, where's
Glenn
Glenn?
is
That's
in
what
here.
I was looking forward to too. All right,
It's another
fellas.
bad day.
All right, Lino. We'll see you tonight, my man.
All right, go
Appreciate
ahead.
you.
We
We
got-
may have to bring that back. People want it.
I mean, we're gonna have to. Flicks, what up, man? How you doing?
Yo, what's up?
What
What's
up,
going on,
man?
bro?
Very sad day, but hey, at least we're inching closer to a Tua trading or a Tua cut. I don't know. Something needs to happen. All
I
right.
love it. I love it.
Did you guys see the press conference of Tua?
No,
I
but
I already
heard
told
that.
Richie
totally
about
reacted.
this,
Flicks called into my show this morning to tell me about it. It sounds pretty bad.
but so this reporter asked him about the picks, and he said, "Why did it happen in bunches?" And Tua just said, "Why would you ask me that?" And like he took no accountability. He just didn't he took no responsibility. I don't think that's what a captain of the team should do as a quarterback. So I don't know. He took no accountability of 3 turnovers that he created himself. Because the 2 interceptions, his fault. His fumble, his fault.
And Omar Kelly's the one who asked him it as well.
Hey, oh really?
Yeah, Omar Kelly asked him that question.
Hey, we're gonna see better days soon. We're gonna see better
We'll
days.
see. Thanks for the call, Flicks. And I'm telling you, man, we'll get into it tonight, Dan. But the best thing that could possibly happen for the Miami Dolphins is happening.
Dude, I had
For
no
long term.
idea. So I had no idea about that press conference. I'm
TikTok
gonna have
idea.
to make a. Yeah. I'm gonna have to make a. Yeah, like I'm gonna have to make a TikTok video about that stat, like once the show is all like said and done. But
Which stat?
of the press conference from Tua not taking any accountability. That is
yeah.
something. Get that guy out of Miami. Actually, keep him forever. Extend him
Yeah.
even more.
That's why, dude, I don't think the chat didn't realize. When I saw Tua paid, it was like, yes, they're stuck for years while the Jets can rise from the ashes.
Well, the Jets can rise to the ashes. We have King Lowski in the building. King Lowski.
What up,
man?
King?
Well. We see who didn't show up today. Old Tony scared in his little chicken coop.
He just dropped out.
Yeah,
King Lowski, we
I
need you
did.
tonight, bro. We're live tonight. We need you tonight for the
I
AFC
gotta
East.
work. I gotta work tonight, but I'm gonna see if y'all boys is still on while I'm on break. So I'm gonna try to sneak my call in real quick because I gotta work. So but I'm definitely gonna try to get to y'all. But let me just say this, Dan Mitchell, don't smile too hard over there because you got 40 dropped on you. Okay, don't smile too hard, and you got us coming. So don't be over there laughing and giggling and all of that. I'm glad you ain't put on your shades and you ain't got your skirt off. Okay, don't get too excited though, Dan Mitchell. You gotta come to Jet Life, all right? And trust me, it's a whole new culture we got over there. We lost one yesterday, but we moving on to Buffalo. So you be ready, Dan Mitchell. That's all I got to say. Yeah.
Shout out to King Lowski.
My man.
Always coming on in. Folks, you know what? Funny enough, me and TD
Love
are
that
actually
man.
in a fantasy football battle right now. We are in a fantasy football battle right now for the AFC East Roundtable Fantasy Football. I cleaned my other league, by the way. I am winning 147.86 to 106.12. I have a 99% chance of winning in my any given Sunday. That's me and my buddy's league. But then in the AFC's Roundtable League, dude, I'm at 85.9 and TD is at
I got it right here.
87.32. I have Aaron Jones from Minnesota playing this evening, and he has DeAndre Swift from the Chicago Bears playing. You got it right there, man. You already know what it is. So obviously a lot is on the line. No thanks to Jared Goff. No thanks to Jared Goff for doing me any favors. He got 11 points.
Better than
Thank
Joe Burrow.
God Burrow ended up laying an egg, 8.82. When are you guys going to start listening to me about Joe Burrow? Okay. When are you going to start listening to me about this guy? But guys, listen, I was able to draft this team and especially my other team through RotoWire. And RotoWire is hands down the #1 fantasy football toolkit on the market today. The trade analyzer is incredible. You can also see statistics against specific matchups, certain defensive bases, how players play in particular weather. So you can make those educated decisions each and every single week of your fantasy football season. Highly recommend that you guys go check it out if you haven't already and you want to take fantasy football seriously. That link is in the description. And as long as you use code RTS, you will receive 15% off. Folks, go check out RotoWire, and we will keep you up to date on who ultimately ends up winning that fantasy football matchup.
And do you mind if I flex? My team did?
Yeah. Whoa, Richie.
Because
who did you play? Yeah,
you know who my elite stack was?
Yeah,
Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson. Look at that, baby.
You stacked it.
I stacked Garrett Wilson and Justin Fields. Justin Fields getting me just under a 30 burger. Garrett Wilson getting me 22.5. People thought me a madman for making Justin Fields my fantasy quarterback. And look at that. It's not over yet. I have an 86% chance of winning. All right, I'm versing a Jets fan, actually, Mega Man. I'm not sure exactly who that is in our Patreon member, but he's there. So let me see what needs to happen. So he has TJ Hawkinson tonight. All right, I have DJ Moore tonight. And I have a comfortable lead. All right, so I did not win yet. Anything can happen. Hawkinson could have 4 touchdowns. And DJ Moore could put up an egg. But I'm liking my status here. Shout out to RotoWire for helping and assisting my fantasy football this year.
He is liking his take. Well, guys, there is a Monday Night Football matchup tonight, all right? It's the final game of Week 1. It is the new-look Chicago Bears, Ben Johnson led, a revamped offensive line, going up against a redshirt rookie in J.J. McCarthy and that smothering defense over in Minnesota. It is in Chicago. I feel like a lot of questions will be answered as far as the status of the NFC North. But Richie, your thoughts on this, dude? What do you think? Who do you think is going to come out victorious tonight? Chicago Bears and or the Minnesota Vikings?
Such a mystery for me, man. We got Caleb Williams kind of making his first start as the Bears quarterback with Ben Johnson as the head coach. We got J.J. McCarthy making his first ever start in the entire NFL, man. I'm intrigued in this matchup, and this is going to be a great way to finish off week number 1. You guys let me know your thoughts of this in the chat. Who do you guys got winning? Let us know in the chat right now. Who do you guys got winning this matchup? Score predictions for Monday Night Football, Vikings versus Bears. I'm intrigued, man. I think that we got a new look version of the Chicago Bears. And, you know, what we saw last year with Sam Darnold with that Vikings team was very impressive. Very, very impressive. But I feel like you look at what Ben Johnson is all about. It's about offense. And my close eyes are going to be on the Chicago Bears offensively and Caleb Williams. Are we going to see a different version of the Chicago Bears offensively? Are we going to see a different version of that offense in terms of creativity? And then you look at the Minnesota Vikings side of things, man. J.J. McCarthy is somebody that I just don't know what to expect. Is he going to be as good as advertised, making his NFL debut? I think that's going to be up for grabs as well. J.J. McCarthy, he was really good in the preseason, right? But I feel like it's still going to be an interesting matchup in this one. So, Dan, when it comes to J.J. McCarthy side of things, right, don't even give me your predictions just yet. Save that. Mm-hmm. But what is your overall expectations for this man in his NFL debut tonight?
So I got to tell you what, it's a giant question mark, right? Because I'm looking at a guy that is almost 2 years removed from playing the game of football. Last time was obviously the national championship right in Michigan under Harbaugh. I'm looking at a quarterback that did not throw the ball too often while he was in Michigan. He really relied on his run game. But then you add the interesting context of adding Kevin O'Connell. And they made it clear. They said, you know what? I don't want Sam Darnold on this team. We're going to ride with J.J. McCarthy. This kid's never thrown for over 3,000 passing yards his entire time playing. But then again, he's going up against the Chicago Bears, where if I had to pinpoint a weakness on this Bears team, at least on paper, probably would have to be their pass rush. I like their secondary, with Jalen Johnson obviously is a top corner that not a lot of people talk about. But I think JJ struggles a little bit tonight. I really do. I think that him being removed from the game for so long, especially in a toxic environment, it's not like that he's opening up in Minnesota where the home crowd is cheering him on. It's going to be tough, man. Like, this Bears fan base is desperate. All right. Like, they got their first overall quarterback that was quote unquote a generational talent, but unfortunately the coaching staff completely plagued it right before it was ever really going to hit stride. Now you have a great offensive minded head coach that everyone is hyped up about. This fan base is about to be going absolutely. He's going to be making a bigger impact on this game than we are willing to admit. I see JJ struggling tonight. I do. I really, really do. I think that they need to get Aaron Jones involved, and that's not even because I need him to ball out this evening so I can beat TD in
question for you, Dan.
fantasy. Yeah, but I feel like they really need to rely on Aaron Jones and just hurry up and get a bunch of very fast, quick completions for JJ and just make a couple of plays here and there.
I got a question for you, man. I need you to just expand a little bit further on this Packers take. What do you see in the Vikings that gives you confidence that they will be better than the? I mean, we haven't seen the Vikings yet, so I guess this is more of a question tomorrow, and for you to dig deeper into that take about the Packers finishing the basement or not. But based off your analysis of the Vikings, are you just really low on Jordan Love as a quarterback? Like, what about the Packers?
Secondary.
It's the Packers secondary.
Yep. That's half of the reason. Like, I love the fact that they're getting to the quarterback, but like, we have to remember something. Frank Ragnow, like, he went on ahead and he retired out of the blue for Detroit last year. So right now, like, they really took away that nucleus of the offensive line. There's going to be adjustments. And while I see Micah Parsons obviously making an impact in the game, I don't trust that secondary over in Green Bay. Like, where I look at them, like, so I look at the Vikings. Like, they have a well-ass rounded defense, one of the best in the NFL, one of the best defensive coordinators in the game as well, that could probably end up serving as an insurance policy for a J.J. McCarthy. So I'd probably say it's the Packers secondary, which I think is eventually going to bite them in the ass.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So you have the Bears tonight winning.
I do have the Bears. 31-21 Chicago Bears. I think Caleb Williams is a very good game. I think Roma Dunze is the leading receiver, and so I like some of the matchups on the outside. But yeah, most definitely. I think people in Chicago are about to have a wonderful evening, and I think that they're going to start preaching some blasphemy that with this team's going straight to the Super Bowl after tonight. Not that I agree with it. I'm just saying what you're probably going to be hearing around Chicago.
Well, chat, let us know who you got tonight. There is a poll that is live right now to vote, to let us know. Bears, Vikings. I'm really torn about this game. I really have no idea what to expect, but I'm going to lean towards the coaching staff that I believe in more, which is the Vikings. I think Kevin O'Connell, coming off a Coach of the Year candidate, I think he is going to be able to get the job done, but I don't feel confident about that pick. But let us know your thoughts in the live chat. We just put a poll up right now, and smash that like button. We had a historic number today, Dan. We had 550 plus live at one point.
Damn, baby.
That's what we like to see. I told you today was going to be historic.
Yeah, well, folks, so I'm actually kind of curious. How many of you are actually here for the first time? All right? Please do not be shy. Let us know if you have never seen us before and this is your first time. We really hope you stick around since we are live Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. EST. All right, folks, we have a lot to unpack today. We have the Bills Roundtable at 5 p.m. EST. We have the AFC East Roundtable Monday episode this evening as well, where we all unpack what happened during the games. So, guys, thank you so much for your continued support. Sincerely, Richie, what do you got to say to the audience before
Get through
we?
these super chats.
Oh, you're right. Even with the loss,
Yeah.
thank you for JMD.
Jets Media Day. Well, Jets Indy, my guy, that was a picture of us from last year's event. It was great to see you again, and it sucks that we cannot get a win out of these events, man. It's just so beyond frustrating, but it was a super successful event, man. I'm really, really fortunate to have such an amazing fan base that comes through every single year, and the live show from the tailgate, I mean, the producer absolutely killed it, Dan. I don't know if you saw any of it, but it was a lot of fun to get a live stream up and loaded up for the entire pregame tailgate. And it was a lot of fun, man. And I feel like, everybody that tuned into that, send in all the super chats. It was great. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of it. But Dan, I got to show you the highlight of the live stream from the tailgate. You mind?
Sure.
Before we get out of here? Look at
do it.
this. So this was me. LaSalle was coming on the show yesterday. So this is live
Jets. LaSalle, you're next.
live from the tailgate at Gotham City Crew, right? Yesterday. I had my boy James on with me, who's a great caller of Jets Media. And then I was about to get LaSalle on, and this microphone falls down. But your boy comes to save the day. The Jets got to sign me. That's all I'm going to say.
LaSalle, sit down. We got LaSalle here.
What's good, everybody?
Oh!
See that catch? Did the camera
Yo,
catch
are you
that?
Spider-Man?
Did the camera catch that?
I was like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I did check to see if I was Spider-Man, but I mean, let's see that replay one more time. Look at that screen. I love that. But it was funny, man. LaSalle almost
you were
broke.
still looking at the camera the whole time, too.
LaSalle almost broke my mic. I was like, LaSalle, you almost owe me a microphone.
Sit down, we
But
got
no, all
LaSalle
jokes
here.
aside, man, I mean, it was such an awesome time at this event, and the live show couldn't have been more smooth, but did not come away with the win, unfortunately. But we'll get into that game later tonight.
We will indeed. A 60-yard
A
field
six-
goal. Really, where is Bob? And you know what? Bob gets a hug today. Bob gets a hug.
Do you know what 60-yard field goal he's referring to, Dan?
With Chris Boswell. Chris Boswell.
Why
where I
couldn't
saw
you
the
just
clip
shank
where
it and then we'll have
you
it-
threw your hat on the ground, bro? I saw that. I'm sorry that happened to you, buddy.
Where is Glenn with the quarterback stats?
I don't know. He's probably still researching. He'll come.
We're
up with
definitely
something
bringing
to
up, even though Glenn's not sponsoring the segment, we're definitely bringing that segment back tonight for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
There's no need to save Colts versus Finns. Oh, we're saving it for the bet. We're saving that one tonight. Don't you worry. Habitual line stepper becoming a member of the channel. We appreciate
Thank you,
that, my
sir.
man. Thank you so
sir.
much. We have 6 rings at least. Diggs is ready to beat Miami. Hey, we'll see. This week's gonna be big for the AFC East. 2 division games on Sunday. Charles at a $5. I know we're not glorifying the Jets' moral victory, losing to a 50-year-old quarterback. There is no moral victories in this sport. I never claim that this is a moral victory at all.
Yeah.
I'm very
But you
pissed
best
off
believe
about
we're
that.
doubling down on the Dolphins losing to Daniel Jones.
Make sure you guys check out tonight's Week 1 recap show. It'll be live at 7 p.m. EST. All right? We're really excited about it. It will be live at 7 p.m. EST. Let's do it. Dan, don't you worry. I got a graphics guy to get an updated thumbnail. So Josh Allen is the feature, not Justin Fields. Unless you think I should keep it. What do you think?
No. We got to put Josh Allen, man. We got bills to pay, baby. We
I
need
know.
views.
I saw it. No, I saw it. And my critique was, hey, I like that you put Fields as the front facing, but we got to put Josh Allen there. So there's already one made. I just got to update it. Don't you worry. Don't you get your pennies in a bunch, Bills fans. But we'll see you guys later tonight for the first ever edition this season of the Monday night recap. And we'll talk all things AFC East heading into Monday Night Football. We're really excited about this, man. Make sure you guys go check us out tonight on the AFC East Roundtable. And with that, Dan, anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Folks, we appreciate your continued support right over here on the YouTube channel. Smash that like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications. And until next time, we shall see you.
Peace out, folks. We'll see you tonight.